Hey, I'm golf broadcaster Matt Adams. The updated and expanded second edition of my book, The Golf Round I'll Never Forget, Golf's Biggest Stars Recall Their Finest Moments, is now available. Readers can expect to march with Arnie's Army at the 1960 U.S. Open, relive Jack Nicklaus's remarkable 1986 Masters win, and be amazed by the Tiger Slam. The Golf Round I'll Never Forget, Golf's Biggest Stars Recall Their Finest Moments. Pick it up where fine books sold, including BarnesandNoble.com and Amazon.com.
Thrive Suite Productions. And welcome back to This Day in Sports History. It's February 4th, and on this day in 2012, it was the real beginning of Linsanity. The rise was meteoric, out of nowhere. To classify his coming out party on this night and what happened in the following weeks as unexpected would be a big understatement. February 4th, 2012 was a Saturday. The Thursday prior to this game, the Knicks were practicing and head coach Mike D'Antoni was looking for someone to play point guard. Baron Davis wasn't healthy yet. Rookie Imam Shumpert was a possibility, but maybe not the answer. But Lin was not even on D'Antoni's radar. In an interview with J.J. Redick and Tommy Alter from a year ago, D'Antoni told a story about that practice where Lin comes up to him and asks if he should ship his car from the West Coast to the East Coast. Now, with Lin's short-term contract up on the following Tuesday, D'Antoni suggested that he maybe should wait a little bit longer. So, now here we are on Saturday, the 4th, and the New York Knicks were at home at Madison Square Garden against the New Jersey Nets. The Knicks had claimed Lin off waivers in late December, and in total, he had played 55 minutes in the 22 games since he had joined the team. The night before against the Boston Celtics, Lin had played 7 minutes. He was 0 for 3 from the floor and hit only 2 free throws. Now, on this night, Lin checked into the game as the point guard with 3 minutes 35 seconds to play in the first quarter. He distributed the basketball a couple of times, and then he went to work in the second quarter. At the start of the second, Lin scored his first points on a layup, went to the other end, forced a steal, and then assisted a Tony Douglas bucket on the return trip to spark the Knicks' offense. He tossed a couple of alley-oop passes to Tyson Chandler, made a few more layups, and then knocked down a 16-foot perimeter jumper with 10:36 left in the game to equal his career high of 15 points. He scored another 10 for his new career best 25, while dishing 7 assists. After the game, Lin struggled to explain where the offensive explosion came from, saying, "I'm still kind of in shock about everything that happened, but I'm just trying to soak it all in right now." 2 nights later against the Utah Jazz, Lin was in the starting 5 and made the most of his opportunity, playing 45 minutes and scoring another career-high 28 points. It was the spark the Knicks needed. Before February 4th, they had lost 11 out of 13. After Lin's explosion on the scene, the Knicks won 7 straight, and that winning streak started on this night, 12 years ago today. Also on this day, in 1987, the Sacramento Kings set an NBA record for the poorest start in an NBA game by scoring only 4 points in the first quarter in a game against the LA Lakers. The Kings went more than 9 minutes without scoring a single point. And then when they finally did score, it was from the free throw line with 2:54 left in the first. They added 2 more from the line a few minutes later. Sacramento was 0 for 18 from the field in the quarter, and they trailed 40-4 at the end of it. The 4 points still stands as the lowest first quarter output in NBA history. And in 2018, the Philadelphia Eagles beat the New England Patriots to win Super Bowl 52. Nick Foles engineered the game-winning drive, was named MVP, and is still the only player to throw a touchdown and also catch a touchdown in a Super Bowl. That's all for today. If you have a moment, how about leaving a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts? That would help the show grow a good bit. Check out the show notes for other ways to help out the show as well. Thanks for checking out today's episode, and I'll have more tomorrow on This Day in Sports History.
Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, a.k.a. the Football History Dude, and I hope that you enjoyed this recent episode presented by the Sports History Network and were able to learn some good old-fashioned sports history knowledge nuggets. I started the Sports History Network back in 2020 with the mission to help podcasters find a community of like-minded sports history nerds, as well as helping aspiring podcasters to start their own shows. We have a little bit over 30 shows on the network right now covering all sorts of sports history, but as far as I'm concerned, we're just at the toothpick in the ocean moment, that can't even figure it out because there's so much more coming. We wanted to create the ultimate headquarters for sports yesteryear, starting with Podcast Network and our website, but we're going to continue to move into other mediums as well. And here's the cool part, because we want you to be part of our team. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or maybe being a guest on one of our shows, or who knows, maybe even writing an article for us over on the website. Seriously, all you got to do is reach out to us on the contact page over at sportshistorynetwork.com. You can be as technologically savvy as a Neanderthal tapping on a stone trying to figure out this whole hieroglyphics thing back in the day. Again, it doesn't matter, because even if you don't understand the whole podcast space, we have a production team that can pretty much help you out with doing everything. All you got to do, head over to sportshistorynetwork.com, head to the contact page, fill it out. That message goes right to me, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. But for now, dude, I'm through if you're through.